Exudates and extracts from wood. Extracts. Extracts are concentrated preparations obtained from plant or animal raw materials. They can have liquid, semi-solid and solid consistency. The most commonly used extraction agents are alcohol of different concentrations, less polar solvents, acetone, hexane, ether, more polar solvents, propylene glycol, glycerol, fatty or mineral oils. Factors affecting the extraction process: the degree of fragmentation of the material, the duration of the extraction process, the viscosity of the medium, temperature, solvents, water, ethanol, glycerol. In the table you can see the solubility of the herbal ingredients. Extractive materials. They represent a large number of compounds that we extract from wood. The amount and type of extracts in wood depends on the type of wood, geographical location, season, place of sampling, trunk, branches, root, and habitat conditions. Extracts affect the smell and color of the wood, increase the density of the wood, its hardness and compressive strength, as well as the wood's resistance to fungi and insects. Wood extracts include starch, essential oils, balsams and resins, alkaloids, tannins, colors, mineral matter. Plant extracts. They can be used as the main active component or auxiliary component of products from the group. Herbal medicines, medical cosmetics, cosmetic preparations and preparations for home hygiene, items of general use, dietary supplements, additives for the food industry and other related industries. The final application of the plant extract depends on selection and method of preparation of raw materials, solvent selection, selection of extraction methods and technologies, standardization, the amount added to the product. Starch. Starch is a polysaccharide consisting of glucose molecules. In wood, starch is found in living sapwood cells. Starch is a reserve food store that is created during photosynthesis. The amount of starch during growth changes, it is the highest in autumn. In winter and spring, starch is converted into simple sugars, which are food for living cells during growth. The tree uses it in the spring for the growth and development of leaves and flowers, and in the fall for the production of seeds. Starch is a nutrient for humans and animals. In wood, it is food for microorganisms and therefore has a negative effect on the durability of the wood. Balms and resins. These are exudates from wood and are important above all for some conifers. Balms are semi-solid solutions of resins and essential oils. Resins are mixtures of essential oils, resin acids and other impurities. Balms are produced in special epithelial cells on the periphery of the sebaceous ducts, and are secreted into the sebaceous ducts and sebaceous sacs. Resin channels are found in wood and in the bark of certain types of wood. The amount of balsam and resin depends on the type of tree, on the part of the tree, there are more of them in the branches and in the lower part of the tree, on the age of the tree and on the habitat. Resins protect plants from rotting and water loss. When trees are damaged, the resin from sap channels in the bark and wood waters the damaged site, and thus protects the tissue from drying out, and the penetration of microorganisms into the tissue. In particular, they have an impact on the technological characteristics of wood, increase the durability, hardness and thermal power of wood, giving the wood a characteristic smell and color. In the mechanical and chemical processing of wood, they are not desirable, because they make the surface treatment of the wood difficult, so it is necessary to cut or patch the wood in places of resin leakage. Alkaloids. Alkaloids are basic organic substances of plant origin, which contain nitrogen, bound in a heterocyclic ring. Among the thousands of known alkaloids, many are very toxic in larger quantities, for example atropine from the pine tree, quinine from the bark of the cinchona tree in South America, nicotine from tobacco leaves, taxine from yew. In smaller doses, alkaloids are used as medicines in medicine. Alkaloids in plants act as defense substances against biological pests. Tannins. Tannins are compounds that have the common characteristic of tanning animal skin. In trees, we find them in almost all parts, in the root, trunk, bark, leaves and fruits. Tannins increase the durability of wood and give it its characteristic color. Colors. Mostly glycosides, give wood color and protect plants and plant parts from UV radiation and infections, and help heal wounds on damaged parts. The wood of certain species of trees and shrubs has a distinct color. Some tropical species have a characteristic color. Mineral substances. Mineral substances remain after complete combustion of wood as ash. The amount of ash depends on the type of wood, the part of the tree, the habitat, etc. The predominant elements in ash are calcium, potassium, silicon, sodium, magnesium, etc. Use of juice from living trees. In addition to other substances, the juice also contains sugars. The basic ingredient is water, and the other ingredients are dissolved in it. The most important species from which tree sap is used: sugar maple, elm tree, ash tree, birch tree, The sap from the tree is most often obtained in the spring. Mountain maple sap contains about 2.5% sugar. This was briefly about exudates and extracts.